So today we're talking about inequalities. Inequalities are any algebraic sentence that involve a less than symbol, a greater than symbol, a less than or equal to symbol, or a greater than or equal to symbol. So let's practice writing some inequalities. Let's say we want to state the inequality that your age must be less than 6 to participate in some activity or play some game. In order to represent that, we want to first choose a variable that's going to represent your age. We'll call A. And to say it's less than 6, we'll just write this symbol, less than 6. Notice the smaller side goes toward the smaller variable. So since your age has to be less than 6, the smaller side points towards your age. And then let's say your speed has to be greater than 35 meters per second. We could say speed S is greater than 35 meters per second. Now, a certain food can be labeled low fat if it has no more than 3 grams of fat per serving. A way to think about that is if we say no more than, that means it can't exceed 3. So the amount of fat has to be less than or equal to 3. It's not allowed to go above 3. So that's how we would write that if we said no more than. So let's take a look at some inequality sentences. We could have S minus 7 is less than 5. Let's say that S equals 14. And we want to decide whether that statement is true for S equals 14. We can plug in 14 for S. We get 14 minus 7 is less than 5, or 7 is less than 5. That is not true. So S equals 14 is not a valid solution for that inequality. Let's take a look at this inequality. 12 is greater than or equal to A divided by 2 plus 2. Let's say, is that true for A equals 20? Well, we can plug 20 in for A. We get 12 is greater than or equal to 20 over 2 plus 2. So we have 12 is greater than or equal to 10 plus 2, or 12 is greater than or equal to 12. Because we say equal to, 12 is in fact greater than or equal to 12 because it's equal to 12. So in that case, A equals 20 is a valid solution to that inequality. Alright, so let's look at graphing inequalities on a number line. Let's say we have x is greater than 4. We make a number line. Alright, so if x is greater than 4, it doesn't include 4 because it has to be bigger than 4. So we're going to put a circle at 4, but we're going to leave it open because 4 is not included. Then we're going to shade everything to the right of 4, including my arrow, because x has to be greater than 4. If we look at x is less than 4, same idea. We put an open circle at 4, and we're going to shade in everything to the left of 4 on my number line. And you don't have to use 5 for your scale. That's just what I choose to use here. Let's say we have x is greater than or equal to 4. So we have 0, 5, and negative 5. This time it includes 4 because x could be equal to 4. So we're going to close in that circle. We're still going to shade to the right because x is greater than that 4 or equal to it. So it includes everything, include 4 and up. If we say x is less than or equal to 4, same idea, only opposite. We'll include the 4 and we will shade to the left since x is less than or equal to 4. So that's how we graph various inequalities on a number line. Shade it in if it's equal to, open if it's not equal to. So let's take a look if we're given a number line. We have this number 10 here. Open circle and it's shaded to the right. What inequality does that represent? Well, we know that it's an open circle, so we could say x, it's not shaded, so, and it's also pointed to the right, so it's x is greater than 10. The bigger side of this inequality is on the greater side, since 10 is less than x. The smaller side is on the 10 side. So that concludes our intro to inequalities.